Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I just want to start with something I wasn't planning on starting. First of all, I have not yet been Zakheim to be with the Chesed Club on one of their beautiful events. But last night, Chesed Club led by Ariel and Nachman. But last night, Nachman video called me while the event was going on. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. That event, how much ruach, how much uplifting, what an atmosphere that the guys who are in the Chesed Club put in the organization, My Extended Family. It is so beautiful. I was so taken by it, really. And it was really, if I wasn't already 3/4 of the way back to Lakewood, if I was still in Flatbush, I would have turned around and gone straight there. It was really beautiful just to see such a Kiddush Hashem, and thank you very, very much. Why I'm really getting up here is because we did something this week. We did something this week out of the blue. I was once Zakheim to meet the great tzaddik, Rabbi Zakheim, who live and be well. And he was standing outside of his house. He's a very interesting person. He's a big, big tzaddik, but he walks around Meir Sha'arim in Yerushalayim in his Crocs. Very, very. He's a deep, mekubal tzaddik, Baal Chesed. But there he is, hanging out in his Tzitzis in his Crocs and just walking around. So I was there with my brother-in-law, and while he's laughing and schmoozing with us, he says to us, by the way, I'm having a heart procedure tomorrow. Maybe you guys can daven for me. So my brother-in-law, oh my gosh, of course we're going to daven for you. What's your name? Gamliel. My name is Gamliel, obviously. We all know you're Gamliel. So he said, no, Gamliel ben what? Like, what's your father's name? So he said in Hebrew, Tagid lahem Gamliel ha-meshugana. Tell them it's Gamliel the crazy one. When you daven for me, just say Gamliel the meshugana. They know who I am. Like, don't worry about it. You know, my brother-in-law was a little taken aback. Like, I'm not going to say Gamliel ha-meshugana. But this week, we did something a little meshugana, a little crazy. And the idea that spontaneously we would be mechazik ourselves in the mitzvah of tzitzis, I don't think any of us knew how beautiful the effects are and how beautiful the effects were going to be. Not only have people been obviously mechazik themselves in the mitzvah of tzitzis this week, but there are people who are trying now in this yeshiva to get other people to start programs, not just for a week, but for a year, to develop a greater and greater appreciation for the mitzvah of tzitzis. It's such a beautiful thing that the guys in this yeshiva have taken a 1-week program and extended it 365 days. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Last night I was Zakheim, and this morning I was Zakheim to have a beautiful Hashgacha Pratis. I like to call this Yeshivish Hashgacha Pratis. What's Yeshivish Hashgacha Pratis? It's not like, I was driving here and then like a lightning bolt suddenly flew out of the sky and this happened and crazy things. Yeshivish Hashgacha Pratis is when you're learning something and something in your life connects directly with what you're learning in a very, very rare way. Like, for example, I learn every night with my wife Halachas of Lashon Hara in a certain sefer. We use the Daily Companion. It's a great book. And I was learning last night, and of course, last night's day, the one that we happened to be up to, was talking all about voting for candidates. Happens to be, okay, Yeshiva Shashgacha brought this. But this morning, I was learning Masechah Shabbos, and when I was learning Masechah Shabbos, the daf that I happened to be up to was talking about being careful in the mitzvah of tzitzis. The Gemara says, Kol hazor b'tzitzis. Whoever is careful in tzitzis, zoiche u'mishamshel loy beis alof meches miras avodim, will be fortunate enough that 2,800 goyim from around the world will want to be able to serve you and hold on to your tzitzis and clean your tzitzis and do whatever you can. It happens to be that's the Gemara learned today. If I wanted to be cute, I would also mention that it was on Daf Lamed Beis Masechah Shabbos, and we have 32 people in the yeshiva. That is also a beautiful thing. But that, I think, is taking it a little far. But we have accomplished so much. A small little program. What it could do, And we get to have a nice little trip today. Be'ez Hashem, we should enjoy it and have a positive time. And this is just going to be the first of many opportunities to mechazik ourselves and strengthen ourselves in Avodas Hashem and our friendship, and as Rabbi Edelman spoke about today in the Chesed. We continue to give us nachas. Thank you so much, everybody.